that.
Now you guys are just stalling so you don't have to fight this monster. Who beat all of you on initiative. Look at that.
Yeah,
Well, that means we're not the ones stalling.
But I took his sword away before we tripped the trap.
You sure
Oh,
did.
I see.
So
Okay.
I need Lucius and Connor and Gus to make a dexterity saving throw.
Aw.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw this coming.
See, I wanted to throw it in the hole, and they didn't.
That would have been worse.
Way down in the hole.
guess-
Then it would have a void sword.
So apparently it's part of the set, and it comes with regular these dice as well.
Hey, Berkeley, does the
So
six
you get a
pass?
lion head and another one? Okay.
Yeah.
Destitution. I made him a new word. What do you guys think?
27.
Does the 6 pass?
6 does not pass.
20.
So that's going to be
82 points of damage.
13 points of slashing damage, which you can cut in half Gus and Connor for passing the save. As the thing holds out its right mailed glove, and the sword on the other side of the room flies through your spaces, right into his hand. And then he brings it down on top of Gus.
I get it cut in half.
Uh-huh.
No, if you pass the save, you don't get cut in half. Gus.
Yeah.
I have a number to hit you.
Okay. I have a number for AC.
I have a 26 to hit.
A higher number.
Wow. Even if I shield, that still would hit me.
Okay. 16 points
Congratulations.
of slashing damage. As the thing conjures its sword, it whips back into its hand, and then it rears back and brings it down on top of you, cleaving you. And it takes up a defensive position. It hefts up its big shield and it stands up to its full height of its armor, towering over you. The top of its visored helmet almost scraping against the ceiling of the room in this alcove. But it moves with some deftness and speed. I mean, it beat all of you on initiative. That's wacky. And that's going to bring us to Lucius.
I'm gonna cast Hex on it. I'm gonna Hex Strength.
Okay.
And let's fire a couple Eldritch Blasts at it.
As you do. Gus, do you actually think I didn't have a contingency plan for if you threw the sword in the hole?
No, I figure you do, but here's the thing. It
Yeah.
makes me feel smug.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so let me have it.
Sure.
Just tell everybody it would have been the smart thing to do.
Oh, you just come back to the void sword.
What was that to hit?
17 to hit.
17 hits.
Actually, you know what would have been a better idea? Putting it into the bag of holding.
Yeah, that's an idea.
So from now on, all suspicious objects go in the bag of holding.
Hey, can I tell Brickroad how much damage I'm dealing?
No.
Sorry.
Okay. That's looking at 7 force damage, 5 necrotic.
Okay.
And second blast. That's a 16 to hit.
16 does not hit.
Rude, okay. Alright. That's gonna scoot over here.
So your second blast just dissipates around the armor harmlessly. And you're moving where?
Mm-hmm. I'm just taking the step across. Right there.
Oh, you're stepping on one of the darkened tiles.
Yeah?
Okay. Gus, your turn.
Can I stand between two tiles to prevent him from getting around me? Because he's a large creature, right?
You can, but it's not going to prevent him from getting around you.
Okay. Well, I'm going to just stand here. And I'm going to cast Blur on myself.
Okay.
That's one of my level 2 spell slots. And bonus action, second wind.
Okay.
So I need a D10.
And Blur does what? It improves your AC?
No, you have to physical attacks. Let me see. Your body becomes blurred. For the duration, any creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against you.
Gotcha.
But he's immune to it if he has, for some reason, has like blind sight or true sight.
Gotcha.
So that's a 7. No, that's a 3. Okay. All right. So that gets me back.
And you're staying put there?
Yeah.
Okay. Alexander, you are starting your turn in the thing's threat range.
Okay. But it's not in melee for me, so I can still shoot it, right?
He's 10 feet away from you. Yeah, you can shoot it. No problem.
How are you doing, Yes?
I've got. Hold on. Let me add my.
You have
Okay.
some damage. That's all I cared about. Thank
Yeah.
you. All right. I take a first shot with my gun. That'll hit an armor class of 26.
That'll hit.
That's a big number.
For 17 magical piercing damage.
17.
Yep. The bullet explodes into a bunch of magical healing particles, giving Gus back 6 hit points.
That's how bullets work.
Yep. Second shot. Hits an armor class of 30.
30's good.
And that'll deal... I'm sorry, 28. That one only deals 7 magical piercing.
Okay. And are you moving or staying put?
That's it for me. Scrappy comes on up, takes a swipe, has a bonus action for me. It's an armor class. Okay, they changed this attack bonus with the errata, so let me figure it out real quick. 14.
I've seen they started updating D&D Beyond with the errata. Like
Yeah,
anytime
now it's
they've
just a spell
updated it.
attack for me, plus 8. Okay, so that hits an armor class of 22.
22 will hit.
5 force damage, and are you still hurt, Gus?
I'm missing 11 hit points.
Another burst of healing energy for 6 more healing to Gus.
On Scrappy's turn?
So once per turn ability.
Does Scrappy's attack count as a magic attack?
It's force
Think-
damage.
Oh, it's force damage, yeah.
Okay. And Scrappy, moving or staying put?
That's the end of Scrappy's turn.
Okay, it's going to bring us to Conroy. You are beginning your turn in the monster's threat range.
Boo.
Mm-hmm.
And he has blown his... Okay. Yeah, bonus action Slayer's Prey. And then I'm going to shoot it with an arrow.
What does Slayer's Prey do?
If I hit it with my first attack, 1d6 damage.
Nice.
Additional 1d6 damage.
Does your weapon count as a magic weapon?
I don't think Alex has done anything to it.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't think so. So that is a... Whoops. That is a 15 plus... Where are you? There you are. No, 24.
24
That's
hits.
For 9 damage.
Okay.
And another 1d6. Another 5 damage on top of that.
Okay, so it's a non-magical arrow, but then it applies a d6 of magical damage from the spell, correct?
It is, Slayer's Prey is not a spell.
It's not a spell.
It is not a spell.
Okay. So you put an arrow into it. Then what happens?
Doesn't react, huh? Well,
I mean,
good
the
news,
arrow's
I got
poking out of its armor.
I got a second attack anyway. That is a 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
For another 5 damage, maybe.
Man, I even lowered this thing's armor class, thinking that you guys would have a hard time hitting its armor class.
Listen, the things that Connor does, he does okay.
So it looks like your arrows are having an effect, but not as strong as an effect as the spells and gunshots of your companions. Moving or staying put?
Oh, I'm staying put right here, sir.
Okay. Seeker in the closet.
All right, Seeker. Reason why he he questioned Gus throwing the sword away is because he knew it was pointless because he saw this one coming in the past.
You should have
I'm
said
gonna
that
cast.
then.
I'm going to cast. I can't share these sorts of premonitions.
Of course not.
Yeah, diviner secrets. I'm going to cast slow on the creature.
Okay.
Don't bother rolling a save because it rolls a 3.
Okay.
So its speed is halved. It takes a -2 to AC and Dex saves, and it can't use reactions, and it can only make 1 attack per turn, and only use an action or a bonus action.
Very good.
It can remake the save at the end of each of its turns.
And are you moving or staying put?
I am good here.
Good there. Why did I spread these so far out from one another? Seeker.
Yeah, I don't love that.
You hear the urns behind you, the ceramic lids of them, slide off and clatter to the floor. One of them spins off, falls down into the pit. And 4 clockwork spiders start clambering, one out of each one. Very large. These are like gnome-sized spiders skittering out. And each one says, in its tiny little voice, "Helpful smash! Helpful smash!"
Don't like
2
this
of
at
them
all.
skitter around this way. 2 of them skitter around this way. And that's going to bring us to helpful. So he's slowed, so he can only make 1 attack. Is that correct?
Yep.
I need Scrappy to make a Constitution saving throw.
You got it.
This isn't a spell, right? He also has. So if he's casting a spell, he has to roll a d20.
It's not a spell, no.
Okay.
Scrappy got a 11.
An 11.
Yep.
23 points of necrotic damage to Scrappy.
Hammer out!
The thing reaches out with its shield arm, and with its mailed hand just reaches down and touches the metal on Scrappy, and you see rust and chinks and splits in the metal. And as Scrappy's metal becomes damaged, his own metal begins to fix itself. In fact, you hear 2 snaps as the arrows that Connor put into it, the holes form shut, and the arrow shafts fall to the ground. Those are 2 arrows you can't ever get back now.
No.
And as it's taking the magic that holds Scrappy together, you see it's binding its own wounds together. That's all it can do this round, because it's slowed. And repeating saving throw on the slow.
Yep. DC
Right.
is 17.
Anything you want to say about that, Nodal? Does he roll a 4 or something?
You just wait.
I have a 15, actually.
Nope.
Okay. And it's not moving, but most of the damage you guys have inflicted with spells and arrows in the previous round, it seems to have regenerated by taking the magic out of Scrappy. And that's going to bring us back to Lucius.
I whoop around when I hear that kind of commotion behind me, and I'm going to try and snipe the guys that are heading at Seeker.
Mm-hmm. With what?
Eldritch Blast.
Of course.
It's an 11 hit.
So are you holding the doll at the moment?
Yeah.
So you've got the doll in one hand and spell focus in the other? Is that the idea?
Yep.
Okay. She seems terrified of these spiders. Like she's trying to climb up and over your shoulder to make sure that your big fat head is between you and the spiders. And you got a 17 to hit?
11.
An 11. 11 does not hit.
How about... Okay. Two blips, because... Holy crap, that was... That's even worse than an 11. So 16 hit.
So we're spending 2 blips, so you're down to 4. 16 does hit.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
14 force damage to that one. It's right next to Seeker.
14?
14 force damage.
Blast this one back against the wall, and its little legs skitter as it tries to keep hold of the walls. It's climbing up around towards Seeker. And as you blast it over on its back, its legs crumple inwards and stop moving.
Good to go.
Okay,
That's going to end my turn.
it's going to bring us to Gustavo.
Okay, when Gustavus done with his turn, Gustavus is going to hit this man with my magic cutlass.
Sure.
Or not a man. Gonna hit helpful.
He has a name, don't be rude.
So
That's a good point.
what?
Scratch out his name.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I attack his shield directly to try and damage the name?
What do you have that can damage this molten lead that he's inscribed it in?
Like my magic sword is not hard enough.
Well, you can try it. I guess
Okay.
we'll find out.
All right, I'm going to booming blade his shield.
Okay.
That is a very low number. That's an 11 to hit. Bonus action, just a regular attack.
Okay.
That is a 16 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit because he's slowed.
Okay. And so that's a d6. Actually, it's a 17 to hit. I forgot. Plus 1 weapon. But that is 7 points of magic slashing damage.
And he's more than happy to absorb the blow on his shield, and no damage is dealt.
Okay.
Hi, Dad.
I'm gonna look at Seeker and go, action surge.
Okay.
And we're going to booming blade. And this time, I'm not hitting the shield.
Sure. I mean, you will if you miss.
Yeah, right. So that is a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. That is I need a d8. You're looking at 6 points of magic slashing and 8 points of thunder damage.
All right. Bear with me just 1 second. It was 6 and 8. Is that correct?
Correct. 6 slashing, 8 thunder.
All right. And what else you got?
Bonus action, do another attack.
Sure.
That is a 22.
That'll hit.
Yeah, well, whatever. For 9 points of magic slashing.
Okay. And are we moving or staying put?
I'm gonna stay here. It's fine.
All right. It's going to bring us to Alexander.
Low is no reactions, right, Seeker?
Correct.
Slow is no reactions, yeah.
Alex is going to fly to over here.
Okay. And that is
Can I
outside of
take a
his
shot
turn.
at this guy?
Sure.
First shot. Hits an armor class of 20
20 hits.
or 16 magical piercing. Second shot. Hits an armor class of 16.
16 does hit.
For 17 magical piercing.
Big
And
numbers.
Scrappy, for his action, is going to spend his action to give Alex advantage on his next attack. And he's going to circle back around and deal with these little spider guys.
And
And
at this
hopefully
point,
not be a...
with those
like
gunshots, a large amount of the center mass of the thing's armor is splintered and frayed now. And it looks like it is bloodied.
That's the end of our turns.
All right. That's going to bring us to Connor.
Okay. I'm going to shoot it with more arrows. Why not?
Sure.
So, Slayer's Prey it. It's a bonus action. Shoot it in the face, or whatever its torso is. That is a 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
16 will hit for... 8 plus 4 is 12 damage.
Okay.
Arrow number 2. Whoops. Is more. That's 20.
That'll hit.
For... Hey, another 12 damage.
All right. And we're moving or staying put?
Since it's slowed, I'm going to mosey over here and shove Eldev out of the way.
I am happy to be shoved.
Always were my favorite Eldev. You know that?
It's going to bring us to Seeker.
Seeker's disappointed in the corner. Thought he was Connor's favorite.
Obviously, Precious is Connor's favorite.
I'm gonna head over here behind Scrappy because it seems safe,
Okay.
and I'm going to shoot a ray of frost at our large friend over here.
Is that it's a hit or is that a saving throw?
It is a 2-hit.
All right, go ahead. Roll it.
That is a 24 to hit,
That'll hit. Excuse me.
and it takes 8 cold damage, and in addition to having its speed, it now has a -10 as well.
Minus 10 to what?
-10 feet of movement.
Oh, okay. And is that where you're ending your turn?
Yep.
Okay, that's going to bring us to spiders. Scrappy has a 5-foot threat range. Is that correct?
Yep.
All right.
Scrappy! Thought I was safe.
This one's leaving Scrappy's threat range.
He's going to save his reaction.
Okay. Lucius. Precious is freaking out as this spider clambers up towards the middle of your legs. And this one's also leaving Scrappy's threat range.
Did this one move into Seeker's area and not attack?
It hasn't attacked yet. I'm just moving in position first.
Okay, then yeah, he's also ignoring that.
Okay.
Alex is flying though.
Alex is flying? Okay, so that was...
Yeah.
5, 10, 15. Then he could just climb up on the wall and leap out at you.
Okay. Yep.
Scramble you to the floor. Probably not far enough to take falling damage if you fail the... Or if they fail their attack rolls here. Let's find out. Seeker, how you doing?
Take disadvantage on the attack against Seekers. Scrappy deflect attacks.
Sure. Seeker.
Yeah.
I have a 13 to hit.
Ow.
Okay. Lucius.
I knew I was safe. I always trusted you, Scrappy.
Lucius, I have a 10 to hit.
10 misses.
And Alex, I've got a 22 to hit.
Yeah, can't do anything about that.
Take no damage, but you are grappled by the spider, who immediately uses its last 5 feet of movement as it wraps its legs around your torso and is scrabbling back towards the hole. So Seeker, you've got a spider kind of trying to grab hold of you in your square, and so do you, Lucius. But neither one of you are grappled. Grappled. I like that word, actually. It's a good word. The big guy. Gus, you're in plate armor, right?
Yes.
Okay, make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Is it magical armor or is it regular plate?
Just regular plate.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
How'd you do?
It's an 8.
An 8?
I take a +5 on that.
Okay, so that's a 13.
Okay. Gus,
Yeah.
your plate armor takes 16 points of necrotic damage. Your plate armor can only go to -5 before it's completely destroyed. So your plate armor is effectively completely destroyed. The good news is there was not enough binding metal in the plate to give it an appreciable amount of hit points back.
Okay.
So your armor is completely rusted and rent, and you see that some of the gunshot damage to the thing's torso stitches together, but it is still very badly wounded and bloodied. Let's see if it's still slowed. Has a 8.
No.
So it is still slowed. What does Gus wear under his plate armor? Has anybody ever actually seen what's under the armor?
It's probably just some padding. No, commando. No, he's entirely naked. No, he's probably wearing some padding, like some,
boiled leather or something.
yeah. Like
Gus under there.
What's your AC now?
My AC now is 18, 12,
Excellent. Lucius, you're up.
but you still roll at disadvantage.
Okay. I don't appreciate what's happening right now. So here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to make a melee spell attack against the thing that's on Alexander.
Sure.
It's called Vine Whip. Have you heard of it?
Oh, yeah.
16 hit?
16 does hit, yes.
Alright. Then it can take 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to yank it back into my square off of Alex.
It doesn't break the grapple, it just moves the creature, right?
It, pull the creature up to 10 feet closer to you.
Okay, so you pull the creature and Alex 10 feet closer to you. Because Alex is grappled by it. So you guys are just kind of making a little pile of yourselves in the square there.
Flying.
It's like an inch off the ground.
Right. See, you vine whip the thing back from the brink of the hole, and the creature looks like it's bloodied from the damage. So, Lucius, moving or staying put?
I am staying put.
It's going to bring us to Gus.
Yep.
Naked Gus.
Like I said, I'm probably wearing some kind of padded armor underneath to be fine.
No, you're not wearing anything that grants you an armor class under your plate armor.
I know, but I'm just saying, I'm not naked. Not naked.
Traditionally, you'd have like boiled leather or something, so you don't have just metal and rivets piercing into your skin and pinching places.
Right.
Padding.
Oh, right. This. I don't want to use this dice ever again.
Throw it away.
That dice has rolled 3 bad Constitution saving throws out of 4.
Get
So
one
I'm
with a
still
lion
your
on
dice.
it. Lions have good constitution, right?
Anyway, I'm gonna booming blade this guy.
Sure.
That is a pretty high number, so that'd be 26.
Oh yeah, that'll do
27.
it. 27 will do it.
So he takes. That is 8 magical slashing and 4 thunder damage.
Okay.
And the second blow is a 13.
13 does not hit.
Okay. As I continue to fight, I guess.
Sure. It's feeling really drafty for you, especially. Moving or staying put?
No, I'm fine.
Alex, you're grappled, but you're not restrained. So you're not at disadvantage.
So let's go ahead and take a shot. Oh, wait, sorry. Was there something at the start of my turn or anything?
No. You're just,
Okay.
you're just
Let's go ahead
grappled.
and take a shot on this armor with sharpshooter.
Could you be the guy right here?
So that'll hit an armor class of 17.
That's good.
What am I doing? Sharpshooter's just plus 10, not very high. For 20 magical piercing damage.
And with that, you hear the sound of whipping wind as you blast the thing's armor. The armor, the visor helmet, the mailed gauntlets, the greaves, the giant greatsword begin rusting right in front of your eyes. The metal's crumpling, and you feel like you hear far away, deep inside the armor, you feel the bellow of this voice call out, No, helpful, sad. And there's a loud crashing sound as the shield, which is still intact, has not rusted at all, clatters to the ground, no longer being held by the monster.
And then I'm going to attempt to take a shot at disadvantage on the spider that has me grappled.
Sure.
So that'll hit an armor class of 13.
13 will not hit.
Okay. And then Scrappy is going to come over here and try and attack the one that's on me.
Okay.
Scrappy gets an armor class of 10.
10 will not hit.
Okay. That's the end of my turns.
Okay, it's going to bring us to Connor.
All right. What can I do to assist in trying to break the grapples off my associates?
I'm not
Can I
grappled.
attack?
Only Alex is grappled. It's going to be
Oh,
going to be an opposed strength athletics check, or you can try to kill the creature.
I'm gonna try to kill the creature
Sure.
because I got a cutlass that Alexander gave me, or a rapier Alexander gave me.
And also, you're really good at strength, right?
Oh, totes!
It's Dex. So
That's this party.
Yeah, it's a finesse weapon, so it's dex.
Right, but breaking a grapple would be more difficult for you.
Yes, it would. So anyway, all right, Alex, here we go. Don't move.
he's like standing there with both hands, like, don't move.
That is a 17 to hit.
It's kind of like having an apple on your head. 17 will hit.
All right. 4. Oh, I forgot to declare Slayer's Prey. That's fine.
I don't think it's going to matter.
It is 8 damage.
8 damage. And the spider lets loose its grip on Alex's torso. And again, the thing slumps over onto its back, and its little legs curl up to the center mass, and it stops moving.
We don't hear an even quieter, tinnier cry.
Not yet, no. Connor, moving or staying put?
I got a second attack. Can I hit the one next to Seeker?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Ooh, that is an 11 to hit.
11 will not hit.
Oh,
Moving or staying put?
right there. I'm good.
Seeker, you're up.
I'm able to read the room. So I'm going to go ahead and walk over here.
Okay, you're leaving the spider's start range if you do that.
I'm bringing the spider with me. It's on me.
It's not. No, it's not. You're not grappled at all. It's just in your space.
Oh, okay.
It's got an attack range of 0, effectively. It's got to be in your space to hit you. So if you leave this space, it gets an attack of opportunity against you. Unless you slow it, you could slow it.
I could slow it. But, darn, I was hoping it was on me. I am going to...
You could try to grapple it.
Nah. I am going to disengage.
Okay. But you're going to try. There you go.
And I'm going to walk over here.
Back over to the scary armor.
Oh, the armor's dead.
You think so, huh?
Yeah. I feel pretty good about it.
The little spider voices call out. Helpful, no! Yeah, we can just keep doing this. We can just keep doing this all day. Alex, I have an 8 to hit you.
Oh, big disadvantage on the attack against Lucas from deflect attack.
Lucius, I had a 19 to hit you, but now I have a 7 to hit you.
Yay.
No, 7 doesn't do it?
I don't think so.
No, he's probably better than 7.
Oh, I'm muted. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, the spiders, they seem preoccupied by the untimely death of their best and probably only friend in the world. So they have great difficulty gripping onto you as you just squirm out of the way. That's going to bring us back to my armor, which Seeker thinks is dead. Doesn't
I
think
feel
it's
pretty good about it.
not going to get back up and start beating on Seeker. You're pretty confident? Pretty sure?
Yeah.
All right.
Not only do I feel really good about it, I'm also not wearing any metal.
That's going to bring us to Lucius.
I'm going to draw a dagger and cast Booming Blade.
Okay.
And I'm am going to swipe at this thing that is on me.
Hear
Ah.
Gus in the background going, woo! Cheering you on.
So it's gonna be. Let's see, it's a melee attack, so you have to bear with me. I haven't done this in a while. That's a 21 to hit.
That'll hit. Are you attacking your spider or Alex's?
I'm attacking my spider.
Okay.
So you're gonna take a D4, a D4 damage. Looking at 1 piercing damage.
There you
Okay.
go. There's you a booming blade die.
And if it moves 5 feet or more before my next turn, it takes thunder damage.
No,
And-
you get thunder damage now too.
Your 5th level or higher.
It gets 1d8. Yeah.
Oh, hey, yeah, you're right. It helps if I read the rest of the spell.
It would.
Have another 7 thunder damage on top of that.
All right, and it is looking bloodied. Lucius, moving or staying put?
I am going to step away from this thing.
Okay, now you realize stepping away, you are leaving its threat range.
Yep, I realize that.
All right, then it's going to take its attack of opportunity against you.
Sure, go ahead. Go for it.
19 to hit you,
That'll hit.
and you are grappled, and you're not going anywhere.
Okay.
It's a good try.
If it moves 5 feet toward the thing, then it's taking thunder damage.
That's true. Lucius is like, I'm the bait. That's going to bring us to Gus.
Bring it,
Gu-
nerd.
Is Alex currently grappled?
No, he's not.
Okay.
Just
All right.
menaced.
Hey, so the question is, do I think I'm pretty sure that this is going to finish this one off if it moves. But do I want to take that chance?
Yes.
The answer is yes. So I'm going to lightning lash
Mm-hmm.
this spider off of Alex,
Okay.
and it moves. I need a strength saving throw from the spider.
Sure.
Uh,
7.
That is a failure. And it is pulled right here. And because it is within 5 feet of me, it takes 2d8 lightning damage.
Okay.
So,
You guys, we got it. It's dead.
yeah.
Please.
12 points of lightning damage.
And that's enough for that one. Very dead. And Gus, moving or staying put?
I'm going to step forward and with my bonus action, I'm gonna hit this guy with my sword for 9. It's like 27 or something to hit.
Can you do
that's like-
less than 3 points of damage?
No.
All right,
I
and that
cannot.
is also dead. And the look of relief on Precious's face as the spider grappling Lucius dies is palpable.
I'm gonna lift Lucius up and kind of dust him off and ask him if he's okay.
And as you go to dust him off, Precious tries to swat your hands away because you're gross.
I'm gonna flick this doll in the forehead.
And she grabs her forehead in pain and she starts sobbing silently.
So what's left of this armor?
Very little. It's rent and rusted. The shield is completely intact. But the
Can I
sword
do
and the suit of
Arcana
armor.
to see if it's a magical shield?
Oh yeah, give me an Arcana check.
That is a 22.
There's definitely a strong aura of enchantment magic on the shield, but no longer from the armor or the sword.
Lucius puts the dagger away, looks to Gustavus and says, "Thanks for teaching me that trick."
You're welcome. Alex! Fix it! I don't think
There's
you
no
can fix
anti-rusting agent in the world to fix that.
No, your plate armor, when it goes to -5 AC, is completely destroyed.
When Alex tells him that he can't fix his armor, Gus falls to his knees and just does the hands to this thing, yelling, "No!"
Is the helpful engravement still on there?
Yes. The shield's name is still helpful.
Alex
Nope,
is going
Gus
to
can be
think about how we can rework helpful to say Gustavus. Like by adding to it and carefully removing bits of it.
Just put it in the. Just put it in your. For now, just put it in the bag of holding.
We'll
Do you want me to
some
identify
armor,
it?
guys.
It's
I
a
can
magic
identify it.
shield, potentially.
Potentially, yes.
Better
You
than
can-
no armor.
The shield's too large for Gus to use
Oh, okay.
effectively because it's made for a large creature, not a medium.
That's probably too large to get in the neck of the bag then.
Probably.
So
You can lift it and move it, but you're not gonna be able to use it effectively in combat as a shield.
what is the? How long would it take you to make? Like, you have all your tools with you, right?
To make plate mail? Is that the question?
23
No.
weeks.
Not plate mail, just.
Let me look at it's weeks. There's nothing that is not on the order of magnitude of weeks. I don't have a fabrication
Sure, let me make
spell.
something for you. And Seeker reaches out and touches Gus and casts Mage Armor.
There you go.
Okay, that's fine. I was just like, because stuff like ring mail and chain mail is like 30 GP and 75 GP, and I know you.
Yeah,
can
that
go
would
to
be like
pretty-
that's a couple of day job.
Yeah.
Seeker, do you know fabricate?
I do, in fact, no Fabricate.
Possible for us to work together to use fabricate that I use my armor skill and you use your move magic things around with your mind skill.
Seeker says that sounds like a question for the DM.
Let's compare the limitations of the fabricate spell. Let me see here. I don't know that I've ever seen this spell actually used before. You need the raw materials first of all, which you don't have.
Yeah.
I mean, this entire dungeon is made of metal. I would like to point out.
Right, but not armor grade tempered steel. If you want crappy plate armor, sure. Make it out of the plates on the floor here.
Can we make it out of Magic Shield?
Maybe that's what they already did.
You're proficient with armorer's tools?
Me, yes.
Okay. I don't see any
Lucious.
reason why this spell can't be used to make a suit of plate armor. You just have to source the steel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it seems perfectly fine to me.
You know, when we get out of here, we can. It won't take months to make a replacement, but
Yeah, you
I
just
still
have,
say we should try using that Magic Shield.
do
Quality
you have
of
the spell right now?
The quality of the armor is commensurate with the quality of the materials.
Do you have a fabricate right now, though?
Let me check my prepared spell list. Yes.
Well, it's fabricate can't make magic items,
Oh yeah, you're right. Can't be created or transmuted.
so if
There
it's a
you go.
magic shield, then
There's the answer.
yeah.
Is
We'll
this
get you some armor
chest-looking
shield,
thing
yeah.
isn't actually?
yeah, it
right?
specifically says you can't use it to make jewelry, weapons, glass, or armor unless you have proficiency with that set of artisan's tools. So yes, you working in conjunction with Alex, you could use the spell to make a suit of armor, but only because he knows how to make a suit of armor.
That sounds good to me.
Yep. But there's nothing in the spell that suggests you could use a magical item to turn it into something else.
Oh, it specifically says you can't do that, actually. Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and see if we can open this door from that side by sliding it up.
The door is locked. Will not slide.
Oh, is there a keyhole?
No.
Question: do the remains of Helpful have a voice box in them?
Getting down on your knees and kind of rooting through the remains, and I mean, chunks of this metal are like paper in your hands. They're so old and worn and rusted. But going through, you do find the mechanism that must have been in the back of his visor helmet. And it looks similar, not exactly the same, but similar to the voice box that's currently in Eldov.
Well, we could.
The spiders.
The spiders, I guess they were talking, but their voice boxes are uncompatible. You need a spider robot. Don't be greedy.
Well,
You can put them in any spider robot you want. How about that?
Oh, I take them
Take a
because
whole
when we
spider
come,
and put it in the bag.
yeah.
Could we? Okay.
Could we
just gonna
what?
shove it in the bag. That's fine. I was gonna say we could, dodge all of this nonsense of swapping the thing back and forth and just give.
No, he put the spider in the bag. You're the one with the voice box, Lucius.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
plug it in. There's a pair of wires. Simple. I take another spider and start using it as raw components to cast mending on Scrappy.
Okay. So yeah, Lucius.
Lucius, are you going to put up a fight this time?
As she looks at the spider robots, and she looks back at you, and she looks like she's thinking really hard about it. And she cocks her head to one side, and then she just shakes her head gingerly. And then she opens her mouth.
Go ahead and install the voice box into her, and
You
you
reach
no longer have to do that anymore.
Back of her throat, plug it in, and she's immediately the crawly ones are the worst. The absolute worst.
You're not
that
Gus,
we
you're not
are
the
in
worst
agreement.
anymore.
Uh-huh. I thought Connor was the worst because he was unwashed.
That's true.
It takes 4 minutes of hammering, and most of these spider remains, aside from the one I put in the bag, to get Scrappy back into full shape.
Fair enough. She
So-
looks over at Connor. I stand corrected. The spiders, the crawly ones, are the second worst. And then she sticks her tongue out at Connor.
I kind
Connor
of
smiles.
I half expected her to have like a super deep voice because he said that.
Yeah, me too.
Believe me, I would have been really happy about that. But anyway.
Hello, my friends. It is me, Precious.
What's next?
What can I see when I peer down the pit? 120
Not much.
feet?
20 feet below you see the swirling mass of black smoke, just like you did between all the gears in previous rooms.
Ah, hell. Alright. Alright, I'm out of options. What do you guys think?
Alright, so we've got some rooms that we've solved some issues with. We've seemed like we've done some sort of big loop.
Yeah.
What doors haven't we opened?
Just ones that are close
Just
enough
the
to
one
where they
toward
should
the
go through
center.
to other rooms.
I don't think we've...
Yeah.
But there's nothing saying there's not like a trap door or something in there.
Agreed.
And Precious leans real close and whispers in Lucius's ear, "Do you boys need a hint?"
Not for your price tag, lady.
Fine. I think a lady of my stature is worth every penny.
So it only takes a penny. Gus will pull out a copper piece and flick it at her.
It bounces off of her head and she starts crying into Lucius's shoulder.
Give us the hint then.
She
You
laments
asked
that
for a.
everybody's always so mean to her. She doesn't know why she wants to help you at all. What's next?
Profit. Let's go looking at these urns.
There aren't actually urns there. It was just the armor on this side of the room.
Okay, and
The only
these...
These 4 urns are actually here, but these ones are just decoration on the map.
Is there anything in the urn anymore other than spider?
Looking inside, it's not an urn. It is a shaft that goes down into the floor that this ceramic urn just kind of sits on top of. So the bottom of the urn has either been removed or the urn is a fixture in the floor. The shaft goes down a good 20 feet or so, and you see the same swirling black smoke inside of it. Excuse me. My feet are still getting licked, so.
If my mental map of how the place is laid out, there should be some kind of chamber because in the center, right? And we haven't figured out how to get that door open. Do you think maybe we could use the compass finagling to point to get this door open?
Certainly give it a shot.
But the problem is, can we get out of this area? And even if we could, like the room that Seeker and Gus were trapped in, that you need someone else outside of the area to open that door.
Well, we haven't looked at this door yet, so
Yeah, let's
Yeah, we
try
have
cracking this
slots.
door open.
No, somebody's trying to open the door from this side and it doesn't open. It
Oh, okay.
judders in all 4 directions, but does not open.
so this door is currently locked. This door is currently locked. And We have a
Well.
magic shield
And a hole.
and a hole.
Well, we have 5 holes. Some
You
of
do
them are
have 5
smaller than
holes.
others.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I forgot. I was supposed to say 5 holes. Is that like a sexual thing? And then I've remembered the
How
jar.
long do I have on this fly, Lucius?
Probably dropping dead pretty soon because it's only 10 minutes from when I cast the spell.
When did you cast it? Before you came into this cog room here?
It was when we were fiddling around.
Yeah,
with
it's got to
this.
be gone.
Yeah, Fly is gone by now. Because remember, you guys came into this room and you investigated stuff, and Alex took the time to inscribe a word on his shield. So you've been in here a fair amount of minutes now.
Yeah.
I just spent 5 minutes fixing Scrappy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gone then.
Well, Alex will light up a stone coin and flip it down into the mist.
And as soon as it disappears down into the smoke, you can't even see the illumination of the coin anymore.
I guess
However,
the question is it worth
after
asking
a
for the
second or
hint?
two, you hear the coin strike something metallic that can't be that far below the smoke itself.
Oh, hey,
Just-
it didn't get disintegrated or anything.
Alright, well, I'm going to let down a rope then into the smoke and then pull it back up to see if the smoke seems to damage the rope any.
That's what I was going to do.
Nodal.
Yeah.
Take your little pencil tool and
Yeah.
show me exactly where you are lowering this rope down. Nodal, or I would like you to make me a strength saving throw.
Oh, I'd love to not do that.
I don't care what you want. When have you ever known me to care about your feelings? Come on.
That's a 5.
A 5. So you lower the rope down.
Yeah.
And so Gus is within 5 feet of you, Alex was within 5 feet of you, and Scrappy's within 5 feet of you. Okay, you lower the rope down, and it goes down maybe a good almost 40, 50 feet, maybe a little more. And it suddenly catches something, and it yanks real hard. I will give Gus and then either Alex or Scrappy an opportunity to try to grab Seeker before he goes careening down into this hole.
Okay.
Scrappy, do that. What's the check? Well, Gus first.
Just a strength athletics.
Does a 23 do it?
It does, as long as Seeker consents to being grappled and lets go of the rope.
Oh, I'm good with both of those things.
So yeah, I mean, you feel yourself pulled off your feet as the rope is grabbed by something and yanked hard. And Gus reaches out, grabs hold of you. You let go of the rope, and you just watch as the rope snakes down below the smoke and vanishes. Make me a... Let's call it a wisdom check.
Okay. That is a 10.
A 10. Okay. Yeah, something just yanked your rope.
Well, I'm out. I don't have a feather fall. Probably got caught between some gears.
Do you have any? Do you have a spider climb left?
I said I'm out.
Oh, okay.
My reagents are completely tapped.
Gotcha.
What's next?
How much rope did we get down there before it got caught on something and pulled?
Seeker,
Like
it felt like about 50 feet.
So drop lower, tie it off with 40 feet and climb down?
I mean, that was my rope. So someone else is going to pull out a rope.
Oh, you think it might have gotten caught in some gears down below?
Oh, it absolutely just got caught between a couple of gears.
So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to summon my glaive,
Okay.
and I'm going to just like hoist it. What?
Alright, go ahead.
I'm going to hoist it like a spear and throw it point down,
Okay.
like in the spot where Seeker's basically there.
Okay.
where Seeker's rope got.
Make it a hit roll.
All right.
Make it a disadvantage because you can't see what you're aiming at.
All right.
I have both dogs in here now, and Edgar's growling, and Lulu is now licking me still. And this is becoming an untenable position for me.
A 14.
A 14.
Yeah.
Reach back, you pitch the glaive down, and you hear a violent clatter sound, as though it has struck something, and that's it.
All right, and I'm going to summon it back to my hand.
When that happens, does it just materialize in your hand, or does it have to physically travel?
No, it just materializes. As long as it doesn't leave the plane of existence,
Yep.
I can summon it.
All right, I have to dog real quick. Like this, it's like she's sitting on the wire for my headset, so like my head is like leaning to one direction. This is
It's
untenable.
getting worse.
Yeah, I'm gonna take 2 minutes and dog, and then I'll be
Yeah.
back.
We previously established it was a Banff.
Okay, I've got an idea here.
Okay.
What's your idea?
We tie a rope to Scrappy.
Yeah.
We have Scrappy stand here. I hold on to the other edge of the rope, and then Scrappy moves across.
Moves
Below
across
me.
where?
Moves towards the hole, because the rope will be from here to where I am and then down.
That tracks.
Let's wait.
And then
here.
you're gonna climb down.
I'm gonna be hanging on. We're just gonna give it like 10 feet of rope at the start. I'll be at the bottom of the rope, and then Scrappy will move to lower me.
Yeah.
And then
He's
everyone
gonna-
else can climb down, and then Scrappy can just jump. He'll take.
He's
I
gonna-
can
he's
hammer
gonna
out anything that
rappel.
happens on the way down. Plus, I can give Scrappy commands, so if something goes wrong, I can tell him to pull me back up.
Sounds good.
All right, that's a good plan.
15, 20. I've got 50 feet of rope. So yeah, if I have 15 feet of rope and tie it around my waist, put Scrappy here. Yeah, we'll be good.
I
Hey,
guess
Gus, can you lower me for the first 15 feet?
yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Let's hear what Brick says about the glaive, though.
We're locked up in bed. We had crunchy bites. I am now free of dogs. Sorry about that. My apologies. What's going on?
You just asked me about the glaive.
Yes, it materializes back in your hand when you summon it.
Right. Does it look damaged at all?
Is it a magic weapon?
No.
No? That's a good question.
I'm just worried.
It looks
that,
like you can tell that it's impacted something in a way that it wasn't designed to. Like the tip of it might be bent in a particular way because you just basically threw it like a spear, which is not how it's supposed to be used. But it's not damaged to the point where it won't function as a weapon.
Well, I was more concerned of like maybe I was afraid because the spiders were trying to throw people down there. I'm afraid that there's like a meat grinder down there.
That would have, if there was like gears with like really wicked teeth that were meant to grind or shred things, then yes, the glaive would have been far more damage than this. It looks like it just impacted a solid surface and then clattered to the ground.
Okay.
All right, so here's our plan. I got one end of a rope that's 50 feet long tied to Scrappy.
Mm-hmm.
I have the other end tied to myself with 35 feet of slack between.
Okay.
Gus is going to lower me down that first 15 feet, and then I'm going to order Scrappy to move towards the hole so I can lower further.
Okay. So the idea is to get you below the smoke?
Yeah.
So
15 feet of the slack that I've got, Gus can just lower me, and I'll be right above the smoke. And then the nice thing is I can order Scrappy if something goes wrong to pull me back up.
Okay.
So you can't use the glaive as a weapon, but here I'm gonna hand you the glaive. Use it as a poking stick.
Sure.
Yeah. Cause
Yep. Tie the rope around my waist. Gus, if you would please.
All
Sure.
right. This seems precarious. So you get lowered to,
And then-
you want to be just above the smoke?
Yeah, about 15 feet down.
Okay.
And I've got 40 total feet of rope. And then Scrappy moves forward 5 feet, and I descend 5 feet.
Down into the smoke.
Yep.
So
I've got the haft of the glaive in front of me, like poking with it like a pole to make sure I don't run into anything.
Well, so far you're just poking air.
Okay.
So those of you guys see Alex disappear down into the smoke. And Alex, you are completely blind.
Scrappy moves another 5 feet.
At this
Alex,
point, you descend down underneath the smoke. And down below you, a good 30 feet or so, you see a small room. This gear is spinning erratically and jerks and starts this way, then that way. And you see Seeker's coil of rope, which has been grabbed by one of the teeth, and it's just kind of draped over the side of the outer rim of the gear.
Is my rope going to get caught like that if I continue like this?
Well, it's tied around your waist, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not actually lowering a rope below you.
No.
So the outer rim of the gear, it's actually like two different circular pieces connected by these spokes in the center. The outside and inside of both of these rims have these sharp, wicked, tooth-like teeth, which is what snagged Seeker's rope. So Seeker's rope is like draped across the center here. There is a large enough space for somebody to stand on the inner rim, and there are sigils inscribed all around it. Some of which you recognize as the kind of standardized symbols, especially being an artificer, the standardized symbols for various schools of magic: illusion, necromancy, enchantment, transmutation, and so on and so forth. And you can hear your friends calling at you from above.
I'm still here. There's a gear spinning pretty fast. It has some magic symbols on it. How far above, like, what's the condition like making this movement onto this lip here?
If
like,
you
were
were
below the gear, or
the gear's about even with the floor. If you were very agile, you might be able to stand on this outer rim. It might be safer to jump from the center rim. The difficulty would be that the gear's not moving fluidly, smoothly, or predictably. It's jerking back and forth in bizarre, erratic patterns. There's not actually a door here. Beyond this, I mean, you can see into...
Yeah, just a little ledge.
What if I grabbed the rope and just walked him over this way if he wanted to go through there? Like,
I have Scrappy pull me back up, and I explain that to people. Okay, my thought is drop the rope, kick off of the wall here to get over to here. There's not a lot of room to stand. There's probably another gear down there. Also, it's probably some sort of magical trap. I don't know if I'll be able to Mission Impossible it on the way down, but we can try.
Can
You're
we
just like swing your way?
Yeah.
Can we just how? Gus is gonna
Ooh,
come
yeah.
over.
If we loop it around one of those.
I'm gonna like push on this and see how sturdy it is.
It's actually, when you push on it, it's actually connected to the floor.
Okay.
It does not
Yeah,
move
let's
from
loop
that
the
spot.
rope around that. And then, Gus, I want you to like give me a good swing when I ask for it, and swing me back this way, and then this way, and I should be able to make the drop.
Okay.
We're gonna continue using Scrappy as the ballast end of this ridiculous contraption. But first, I want to get lowered very slowly and try and inspect those gears for traps while hanging above them.
Okay. So something like
Yep,
this.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I'm ready to go, I'll have you swing me. But first, I'm just gonna go down and literally Mission Impossible this.
So go ahead and give me an investigation check, but give this to me at disadvantage because you're dangling above the gear.
Completely reasonable. It's also spinning. It's an 18.
You recognize all the various schools of magic around the outside of it. And one of the symbols you don't recognize as a school of magic. Instead, it looks like a circle with a sharp point pointing to the top of the circle. Are we drawing that out?
Can
Consider.
can I try a Arcana to see if I think that this is magical?
It doesn't
On that
correspond
symbol?
with any magic symbol that you're aware of. I mean, you're an artificer. You're trained in exactly this kind of stuff. You know the symbols for various types of alchemical regents, and you know the symbols for various interactions between the elements, and you probably know the symbols for some of the like outer planes of existence. This symbol doesn't seem to correspond with any of them.
Is this what we're talking here?
Yes, that's exactly what we're talking about.
Can I try like an Arcana, like for just to detect if it's like a magical glyph of warding or something?
I'll hold that thought for one moment. The
Okay.
other symbols, I might actually have to draw this out a little bit. So we have the large gear, yes. So at this position is the smaller circle, like that. Around the edges are... This is all on this inner circle of gear, the part that would be safe-ish to stand on. You see all the various symbols for schools of magic. At this position on the circle is an ancient runic inscription that corresponds with the number 7. At this position is an ancient runic inscription that corresponds with the number 3. At this position is a runic inscription corresponding with the number 5. And at this position is one corresponding with the number 2. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's not staying in this configuration because the whole thing is rotating, but the relative positions of these numbers to this symbol stay the same. And then woven
but Gus,
around it
pull
in
me up
between.
about 5 feet and swing me.
I'll do so.
And I'm going to try and use that to land here.
Easy enough. And this is one of the larger chambers you've seen so far.
I triggered one of the glyph of wardings. It's a Snick's Stakes.
Hey, Nodal, you have a notification. I'm sorry.
This room, you have these 3 platforms connected to the central gear. You have a separate platform in the center of the room. This platform is spinning smoothly, clockwise, and relatively slowly. Each of these 3 outer platforms are also spinning independently, so the sharp blades of them can reach into this inner platform and around the gear. They seem to be affixed to the larger gear underneath. This room moves in stages. The first thing is the blade gear, the blade platforms make a full rotation and then stop when all of them are pointed to the middle. When that happens, the entire large gear makes 1/4 rotation around the room. And then it stops, and the 3 bladed platforms do another full rotation, and it continues this pattern for as long as you stand here and watch it.
Hey, Seeker!
Yo,
Not for 5 million platinum pieces would I build something like this.
you got it.
The rope should be safe to climb down. Watch yourself. The inner gear might have some sort of magical trap on it.
You're not selling us on climbing down.
There's also very little space to stand aside from a moving, spinning blade gear.
After you,
Yeah.
Seeker.
You're really doing a bad job at this.
As the big gear comes around, these platforms do come within easily jumping distance of where you're standing now. But they...
Up on top of this, am I in danger of being sliced?
No. The danger is that because the large gear moves in quarter turns, it never aligns perfectly with the hallway. So there's
So
an
it'd be
element...
moving when you jump onto it. Okay.
Right, there's an element of timing involved when you hop onto it. Then once you're on it, you will be spinning as well, because it also spins.
Gus, why don't you come down first since you're heaviest? That'll let you secure this end of the rope.
Yeah, okay.
I guess you're not that heavy with all that iron oxide instead of steel.
I'm still probably the heaviest. We've got another gnome, whatever Connor is, and then Lucius is kind of dainty, isn't he?
Yeah, Lucius keeps forgetting to buy armor.
Precious chimes in and says, Connor is definitely the fattest.
Gus, ha! And he climbs down.
And once Gus is here, I'll untie the rope from my waist, hand it to Gus, and hop onto this.
Okay,
That's
just
That's how it comes around.
give me a dex check as it comes around.
Is that acrobatics or just pure dex?
You can add acrobatics to that.
Okay, I'm not proficient. It's a 10.
The 10. Okay, you land on it. Just a short little hop. Don't roll under a 10, or bad things might happen.
Gus ties the rope to his waist and braces it, and so people can climb down.
How is Scrappy getting down?
You can take a 50-foot fall.
He's just gonna jump.
I don't have a better option. Like I said, I'm out of feather falls.
Is everybody else?
I'm gonna. Does this rotate around to the point that I'm no longer occupying that one?
I mean, you're gonna
be in people's way.
You're not changing which one you're occupying, but
No. Yeah.
every time the one you're standing on makes a full rotation, it takes a quarter turn around the room. So in four rotations,
so that
you'll
way.
be back where you were.
How wide
that
are
way.
these? Are these like 10-foot wide or 5-foot wide?
They're about a little more than 5 foot, maybe. They're about 1 and a bit.
Are the blades hitting this center bit?
If you're standing in the center bit, yes, you would be in danger of getting sliced by the blades on each one.
I'm both happy and distressed, Alex, that you're the sanest artificer we've ever met.
If you guys head down, once this ledge is clear, I can Dimension Door me and Scrappy down there.
All right.
Do you have to be able to see?
No.
Dimension door? Okay.
Okay, so what's next?